Germinal, the cry from beneath the earth, some novels whisper. Others rage. Émile Zola's Germinal doesn't just speak, it erupts. It rises like coal dust from the mines, choking you with truth. This is not a story of one man, it is the story of an entire class. An entire silence. An entire scream. The year is 1866. Northern France. A coal mining town buried under soot and poverty. Men, women, and even children descend into the earth every day. Not for riches, but for survival. For just enough to eat. For just enough to stay human. Into this darkness comes Étienne Lantier. A wanderer. A man with fire in his mind. He finds work at Lavoro mine. But he finds something else, too, injustice. Exhaustion. A machine-like world where bodies are fuel and souls are expendable. At first, Étienne simply watches. He listens to the coughing. To the breaking. To the way miners joke about death, because what else is there to do? He meets Mahieu's family. Good people. Hard-working. Dying slowly and invisibly. And he meets Catherine, a girl born into the mines, too young to dream, too tired to feel. Zola doesn't flinch. He shows us everything. The hunger. The cold. The hopeless nights. The terrible dignity of those who have nothing, but still try to live with grace. But Étienne is different. He reads. He thinks. He begins to imagine something dangerous, change. And slowly, quietly, he plants a seed. Of union. Of uprising. Of germination. That's where the title comes from, Germinal. It's the name of a spring month in the French Revolutionary calendar. It means the time when things begin to grow. Even in darkness. Even underground. The miners go on strike. Not for power. Not for glory. But for bread. For justice. For a future. And the company answers with silence. With cruelty. With soldiers. As hunger tightens, so does anger. And then comes chaos. Desperation. Violence. Hope turns to rage. Community to collapse. Some betray. Some break. Some die. But Zola doesn't write heroes and villains. He writes people. Flawed. Frightened. Noble in ways that have nothing to do with perfection. When the strike ends, it feels like failure. Nothing has changed. The mine reopens. People return. The earth swallows them again. But deep below, something has shifted. The seed Étienne planted, it's still alive. The final scene is not one of triumph. It is of faith. Faith in what's buried. Faith in what may rise. Zola believed in realism. But he also believed in humanity. That even the crushed can resist. That even the forgotten can rise. Germinal is not just about coal miners. It's about every system that dehumanizes. Every job that kills slowly. Every voice that is silenced because it is inconvenient. It is a novel written in fire and ash. It does not beg for your attention. It demands it. Because the suffering is real. Because the courage is real. Because justice is not inevitable, it is made. And it begins in the dirt. Étienne walks away in the end. But he doesn't leave empty-handed. He carries a vision. Of a world where work doesn't destroy. Where profit doesn't devour. Where people don't have to beg for dignity. That world doesn't exist yet. But it might. If we keep digging. Not for coal, but for truth. This is Bookshelf Digest. Where books are not just read, they are lived. Subscribe for more stories that dig deeper. And remember, even in the darkest pit, something can still grow.